If you've ever picked up a golf club, you know the feeling, right? That endless, sometimes maddening, but totally addictive search for the swing. You know, the one that's smooth, powerful, and, most importantly, consistent. It's a journey every single one of us is on, and man, can it feel impossibly complex. So today, let's try to break it all down.
I mean, does this sound familiar? It's that classic paralysis by analysis. You've got so much conflicting advice swirling around in your head. One plane, two plane, stack and tilt, keep your head down, shift your weight. It's like your brain is a computer with 1,000 tabs open. And what's the result? Total frustrating inconsistency.
All right, so let's just close all those extra tabs for a few minutes. We're going to cut through all that noise and simplify this entire quest down to a single, powerful idea. This isn't about learning some brand new, complicated swing from scratch. It's about really, truly understanding what your swing is trying to do in the first place.
And here's how we're going to do it. Instead of building a swing from the setup and the takeaway, we're going to flip the script. We're going to reverse engineer it. We'll start at the most important moment of the entire swing, the literal point of it all, and then work our way backwards.
This right here, this is our destination. This is the promised land. Every single swing you take, no matter what it looks like on the backswing, is just trying to get to this exact position. A square club face, hands slightly ahead of the ball, delivering a powerful compressed strike. This is the moment of truth.
Let's be super clear about what impact really is. It lasts for less than 1,000th of a second. That's it. It's the only time your club is actually doing anything to the ball. So the entire goal, the whole shebang, is to get your club head speed to its absolute maximum at this exact moment. Not before, not after. Right then and there.
And this? Well, this just nails the core difference. Amateurs, we try to create power by being fast from the very top of the swing. We yank it. But pros, they know that's just wasted energy. They build speed, they sequence it, and they unleash it only when it actually matters, right at the bottom. This idea of timing and sequence, it's everything. So, if getting to that perfect impact position is the goal, how do we get there? Well, it turns out there are a bunch of different roads that all lead to the same destination. A good way to think about these different swing types isn't right or wrong, but more like different blueprints for building a machine that delivers a solid strike.
What's really interesting here is you can see the trade-offs. You know, take the rotational swing. It's the one you see most often. It's powerful. It's what most people teach. But you've got to have good mobility to do it right. Then look at something like the hands and arm swing. Way simpler, which is awesome for seniors or players with physical limits. But the trade-off is often a big loss in power. Each one is just a different system with its own logic.
Let's zoom in on the two you probably hear about the most. That traditional rotational swing. That's what you see all over TV. It uses the whole body to generate massive speed. Then you have the one-plane swing, which was made famous by the legend Moe Norman. It tries to simplify things by getting rid of moving parts, but man, it can be physically demanding. Again, they're just two different blueprints trying to solve the exact same problem: solid impact.
Okay, so we've looked at the different blueprints, but what's really fascinating to me is what they all have in common. You see, beneath all the surface-level differences, every single powerful and consistent golf swing, no matter the style, is powered by the exact same engine.
This quote from Golficity, it seems like a total paradox, doesn't it? Swing slower to hit it farther. But slower here really means more controlled and properly sequenced. It's about getting rid of that frantic rush from the top that just kills amateur golfers' power. It's about building speed smoothly instead of just trying to force it.
And this sequence, this is the magic. It's called the kinetic chain. And here's a huge aha moment for a lot of golfers. Real power doesn't come from your arms. Nope. It starts from the ground up. The legs go first, which pulls the torso, which then pulls the arms, and finally whips the club through impact like the end of a Kraken whip. Rushing from the top with your hands just breaks that chain and leaks all your potential power.
Getting that sequence right has a direct impact on your swing path. As you can see here, an out-of-sync swing leads to big problems. If your upper body gets ahead of your lower body, you get steep, you cut across the ball, and hello, slice. If you get stuck behind, you can come too far from the inside, leading to a hook. A good sequence helps you deliver the club on a nice, neutral path.
Now, if the sequence is the engine, think of your wrists as the transmission. No matter what swing style you use, proper wrist mechanics are totally non-negotiable.
Data from looking at over 1 million swings shows that the best players avoid extending or cupping their lead wrist at the top. Instead, they flatten it or even bow it. That simple move squares the club face and lets you get that powerful compressed strike we saw earlier.
So, we've reverse engineered from impact. We've looked at the different blueprints, and we've uncovered the universal engine that powers all of them. Now, let's get to the most important part. How do we apply all of this to your game?
This is it. The question every single golfer asks themselves. The one we're all searching for on YouTube and magazines and during lessons. What is the one perfect model that we should all be trying to copy?
The answer is that simple. And yeah, that complicated. The best swing in the world isn't Tiger's or Rory's or anyone else's. It's yours. Or at least, it's the one that your body can perform most efficiently and most repeatedly.
So how do you find it? Well, you start by being really honest about your own body. Are you flexible or are you stiff? If you have limited rotation, trying to do a full-body rotational swing is just going to be a constant struggle. Based on that, you pick a blueprint that fits. But no matter what you pick, you have to master the universals, that power sequence and that wrist control. And remember, you probably don't need to blow up your swing and start over. Small, targeted adjustments are usually the key.
And that's really the big takeaway here. Let's reframe the entire quest. Stop trying to copy somebody else's swing, a swing that was built for their body, their flexibility, their strengths. Instead, start a new journey, a journey of discovery to find your body's most efficient and powerful way to do the only thing that actually matters. Arrive at that perfect moment of impact again and again and again.